Am I the a-hole for not wanting to buy my 12-year-old son the latest iPhone even though my husband thinks I should? So, I'm a mom of a 12-year-old son, and I've always tried to raise him with a sense of responsibility and not spoil him with the latest gadgets. Recently, though, my husband and I got into a huge argument over whether or not we should get him the newest iPhone. Let me explain. My son has an iPhone, just not the newest version. It's a 3-year-old one, but it works perfectly fine. He uses it mostly for texting, playing games, and calling friends. Honestly, I don't see the need for a 12-year-old to have the latest, most expensive phone, but my husband thinks I'm being unreasonable. He says that it's normal for kids today to want the latest tech, and we should just buy him the new iPhone. He thinks it'll help our son fit in and be happy and all of that. My husband also argues that if we don't get him the new phone, it might cause issues with his friends or make him feel left out. He insists that it's just a phone, and what's the harm? I tried explaining to him that I don't want to spoil our son or make him think he can get whatever he wants just because it's the latest thing. I told him the phone my son already has works just fine, and there's no reason to get him the newest version just because it's out. He's 12, not 16, and I think he should learn the value of not needing to have the most expensive things just because they're popular. The argument got pretty heated. My husband called me out of touch and said I was being too strict and old-fashioned. He even said that I was making a big deal out of nothing, and I shouldn't be punishing our son for wanting the same things other kids have. He's been giving me the silent treatment ever since, and I honestly feel like I'm in the wrong here, but I just don't see why I should cave on this. Now, I'm second-guessing myself. Maybe I'm being too hard on him. Everyone else around me seems to think that I should just let it go, but I really don't want to start giving in every time he asks for something expensive just because it's trendy. So, am I the a-hole for not wanting to buy my 12-year-old the latest iPhone?
Here are the top comments, plus Opie's reply.
Not the a-hole. Your son doesn't need the latest one for a 12-year-old child. His phone is perfectly fine.
OP replied,
I agree with you at the moment. I think this phone is perfectly for him. Later on that might change, but for now I think he is just too young to always have the latest gadgets.
A 12-year-old barely should need a phone. Not the a-hole.
OP replied,
One of the main reasons was to get him one in case of emergencies so he could contact us. When I was 12, I definitely did not have a phone and I didn't need one back then.
If you line up the specs for the last for iPhone, they are nearly identical. The only thing that has changed is the price. We went to T-Mobile yesterday for a different reason, and the sales guy confirmed that the last 4 or 5 models are exactly the same. Not the a-hole. No 12-year-old needs a $1,000 plus phone.